Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video I want to go through what I believe are the best weapons for each gun class. Remember, this is personal preference, so these are my opinion, and I'll be glad to look through the comments and see what you guys think, so leave your comments what you think the best guns are, and let's get into it. Starting with the shotguns, I'm going with the ACS-12 because I don't really use shotguns a lot. But when I used this, I was down in the underground. I was taking on one of the heavily armoured guys. I think it was a minigun guy. And because it's a full auto, it absolutely shreds armour. Like, it's just shot after shot, and if you're close range, it's amazing. I'm using the rock and roll named one as an example, like to show you the gun, because I don't actually have a normal ACS-12. And this is only a 4.53, so the damage will be higher on a standard high end. But to me, out of the shotguns, the ACS-12 is the best. Then we have LMGs. I don't actually have an LMG in my stash, in my inventory or anything. I've just got rid of them all to complete one of the weeklies to get a new blueprint. Unfortunately, the blueprint was terrible. But for me, it would be either the M60 or the M249B. And I'm going to take the M249B over the M60 because it's a little bit more accurate. And when you're firing 100 rounds, you need accuracy, because otherwise it's just going to bounce everywhere. It's going to be horrible to use. So LMGs, M249B. Then for the rifles, we have the classic M1A. A lot of people would take an MK17 over this, but when I have my rifle build on, the damage on this is incredible. It goes to like 70 something thousand. And I know it's got a low RPM, it's only a 492 gear score, but honestly, this thing, ever since Tidal Basin dropped, this has never let me down. The damage per shot is very high, like crazy high headshots. It's accurate, it's stable, very good gun. I'm not sure if you can, I don't know how rare they are, because I don't think I've actually seen one other than this one that I bought off the clan vendor as soon as Tidal Basin dropped. But from World Tier 5 all the way through, this has been a solid rifle for me to use. Then we have SMGs, and I'm going with the tactical UMP-45. I know a lot of people would prefer the Vector. Some people might even like the P90. I was going to say the P90, but then I remembered using this gun. And if you look at the damage stats, I know the RPM's low compared to other SMGs, but this acts more like an AR, is extremely stable and accurate for an SMG, has high damage, and overall it's just a good gun. I haven't used it too much, but it's probably been the best SMG I've used. The Vector is obviously good for its RPM and stuff like that, but personally, I don't play PvP, I prefer using the UMP-45. Then in terms of Marksman Rifle / snipers, the Model 700, even though it had a little bit of a nerf, this is still incredible to use. Just under 121,000 damage per shot, mag size, RPM, all that. It's accurate, it's stable. The Model 700 has never let me down, and it seems to have up there with the best damage you can get out of the snipers. Then the penultimate gun class, the pistols, the PX4 Storm Type T. The reason I go with the T over the F is because you can actually increase your crit hit chance with an extra attachment or mod. Whereas on the F, I think it's the F, I think you get accuracy instead of the crit hit chance. I think it's the suppressor that's different. But this, I made a build for it, it hits hard. Obviously, you've got different types, like you've got Kendra's Liberty, which has like 50,000 damage with the build I had. But that's more like a deagle than it is a standard pistol. This has got high RPM, high mag size. And also with the pistols, you get a very high crit hit chance. I enjoy using them. And then last but definitely not least is the assault rifles. The custom P416G3, this has been the most solid AR I've ever used. You can get the Police M4, which has got higher RPM, little bit less damage, but the P416 is so stable. You can see the stability bar there is maxed out, the accuracy's high. I absolutely love this gun, it's probably one of my favourites in the whole game. It's extremely reliable, it's got high damage numbers. And with the recoil on the Police M4, because a lot of people can absolutely laser it with the high RPM, for some reason it gets that bad for me sometimes. I could shoot a mag and the recoil pattern will force the gun downwards, and no matter how much I push against it, with my analog stick, it just doesn't go back to the target. Like, I'm literally just constantly looking at the floor with the recoil sometimes, it's that bad. I could basically remove my analog stick, push it up to my ceiling, and the gun's still recoiling downwards. And I know that's a bit of a bad example, but it's basically got the force of Iron Man's repulsors. Like, it's that bad for me sometimes. I don't know if it's a bug or anything with the gun. The Police M4 is very accurate, but sometimes, like, I'll have a couple of mags in a row that are really accurate, and then just the next one's just down, 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 can't move it at all. So the P416, Loved it since I started using it. Been using it since like early world tiers. And they're very rare to come across, but when you find one, put loads of mods on it, like sort out the talents and everything. I run Optimist on this. And I know a lot of the stuff's changing when Title Update 3 drops, but the P416, definitely my go-to AR. And that is going to do it for this video. Let me know if you have any other preference to guns used in this game. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.